Electric here in Robert Morris. As we see Bob Learn on the left-hand lane getting ready for his opening delivery.
They did throw a lot of strikes in practice. I was watching.
They certainly did. This looks like a good shot. There's Bob Learn with his patented strike.
Well, Bob Learn, the last time that he was on an arena telecast in Pittsburgh or in Pennsylvania was Erie. He broke all kinds of records that day with 300 games.
Yes, he did. I don't see him averaging quite that much today.
That six pin.
And Mikey might have got a little slow on that first delivery, but he got that nice kick of the 6-pin.
And this crowd will certainly get that adrenaline pumping to pick that speed problem up in a hurry.
I wouldn't think it should be too much of a problem. Both these guys are very, very excitable. I know Andy, he likes to get going, likes to flail those fists and really enjoy himself while he's throwing strikes.
Andy Neuer is 31 years of age from Milton, Pennsylvania, 5'9", 165 pounds.
Oh.
And what a bad break. A light 7-10.
Now that is unfortunate. You know, that could be the fact that he thought he threw the ball too slow on the frame number 1 and frame number 2 a little more speed. He'll throw hard at the 10-pin, tries to bounce it out, gets the count of 9.
Got it over that side of the lane anyway, but that's all. Bob Learn finished second last week. As we said, he's from Erie, Pennsylvania. He's not a huge guy, 5'6", 175 pounds.
And you hate to give Bob Learn that type of break early in the match.
Will he get it?
Hello.
They like that here.
That miss.
Bob Learn just willed that pin down. As you can see, his 5-step delivery. Bob Learn with a low profile, starts the ball down low, pushes it away, shoulder high back swing. Really puts a lot of spin on the ball. Now watch this ball coming into the pocket, coming in light. Looks like it's nothing but the 10-pin, but here comes the messenger. Is it going to fall? You bet.
Back line. He takes advantage of it. Bob Learn with 3 in a row.
And right now, Bob Learn's had 2 good breaks. He's had the unfortunate 7-10 for Andy Neuer, and then he got that 10-pin to fall in the second frame. He's taken full advantage.
Andy Neuer back on lane 4. Perfect.
Strike.
We should mention that we're at the Sewell Center of the Robert Morris College.
As we see Andy Neuer's form, bowling from the left-hand side of the lane. He's also a 5-step approacher, gets the ball started in his second step. Another shoulder high backswing and really puts a lot of power coming through the ball.
He seems to hook the ball a lot more now than when he first came out on tour.
He likes to either hook the ball a lot or go very, very straight. Not much in between for Andy.
Oh, jumped up high
6-pin in between strikes this time. Can't get a break on that left lane.
No, and he's made a very good shot, a good adjustment for the 7-10 where he came in light, but just a little bit high in the pocket. Didn't trip it. Now he'll shoot for the spare.
Has the spare, no trouble. Andy Neuer trailing by 32 pins in this event. Bob Learn on 3 in a row. We all know that he can throw a lot of strikes. Will he continue? We'll find out right after this. The Tourney Players Championship is brought to you by Bayer. We cure more than headaches. And by Brunswick. Bowling is sold on Brunswick worldwide. Trying for 4 in a row on lane 4.
Oh, double.
Going for another late 10-pin. This time it stands.
6-pin got halfway up on it, but didn't knock it over.
Yeah, and you'll see Bob Learn throw the ball very, very hard and straight at the 10-pin. An excellent spare shooter.
Bob Learn, we talked about his performance in Erie. 300, 270, 280, 279. Not doing bad in Richmond either. My goodness, 5 and 2, 267. Thing about that is he's lost 2 games average from that, Marshall.
Those are incredible scores. Bob told me all he had to do was throw the ball slow and it would always come back to pocket. That was his concern, keeping his speed down so the ball would hook back to pocket.
So he's worried about amping it up a little too much.
Especially on the left-hand lane, he said that's the lane where the 210 combination could come into play. Now, for the left-handers, I was told by Parker Bone, who'll be bowling in a match in a couple of games, that the right lane was a little tighter for the lefties.
Oh, yeah, that just got worse when
right
he
now.
was...
See, that's a 2-4-6-10.
And that was a bad shot. As soon as he let it go, did not project the ball out in the lane. It hooked early, went right through the heart and left a big split.
How's he make it?
Well, he needs to get the ball to the left of that 2-pin. He's got a chance to make it. It's not impossible.
I asked Andy how difficult he thought it would be to win tonight.
Well, I don't think it'll be too difficult. I'm going to be the underdog, so I'm not really favored in any of the matches. Parker and Mike are great players. Before I get to them, I got to beat Bob Learn, another Pennsylvania boy. Should be a lot of fun.
Well, right now, he's not having too much fun, as he has 2 splits in the first 5 frames. That picks up his enjoyment.
Well, there he gets a messenger strike.
That's so
Randy
off that
Neuer. He's
open.
kind of shaking his head. I think he's still concerned about what happened in the previous frame where he left that big split on lane 4. Now, Bob Learn doesn't want to give Andy Neuer any chance. He's had a couple of light hits on lane 4 where the 10-pin has barely fallen one time and stood the other.
He's talking to it.
That goes up.
And you know, Mike, when he gets it going in an arena final, he just keeps striking.
Well, he just seems to feed off the energy of the crowd and raises the level of his performance.
He certainly does. And his wife, Stacy, is from the Pittsburgh area, so he has a lot of fans here. He only lives a couple hours north in Erie.
Well, and he only lives a couple hours away in Milton.
That's right.
It's the Battle of Pennsylvania right here.
Uh-oh. And now
Well, it was get up,
Overreacting
there.
Yes, he said it overreacted on him. As I said earlier, he wanted to make sure he threw the ball slow, especially on lane 3. Might have got a little too slow in that shot.
3, 4, 6, 7. Going straight, trying to hit the 3-pin on the right, I presume. And 7 out. So Andy Neuer has an
Same
opportunity.
result, 6 outs.
Chink in Bob Learn's armor. His once big lead is reduced. Can Andy catch up? Well, we'll find out right after this break. Stay with us. Neuer, 7th frame, trailing by 38 pins in his first television appearance of 1996. Maybe the biggest shot of the game right here.
Well, it certainly is, Mike. And, you know, it looked like Bob Learn was just going to take the game under complete control. Oh, with that strike, he could have got back into it.
10 pins.
All-Pro receiver, former All-Pro from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Lynn Swan. Now an announcer with ABC.
Everybody loves bowling, Mike.
He was here last year.
Yes, he was.
Cross lane at the 10-pin. Has a couple of expressions for it as he walks away.
Yeah, that was his chance to get back into the match. He really needed to get that strike. But he still mathematically has a chance to win this match. Bob Learn gave him the big opening in his 7th frame. Andy Neuer in the 8th frame.
Right there.
But that gets strikes.
Bob Learn still leading by 38 in the 8th frame.
Just needs to mark with good count. Working on a 209 pace, and Andy Neuer can shoot 211.
Sends it out.
Hold on. Hit. Yeah.
Perfect.
Strikes.
NHL hockey. It's a rematch of last year's bitter Western Conference Finals when the Colorado Avalanche take on the Detroit Red Wings. That's tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern Time, right here on ESPN.
This can pretty much lock it up. I said Andy could shoot 211. He can only shoot 201, and Bob Learn going on a 209 pace.
That's good. Come on.
The 4 Avalanche were up there.
Well, you can hear him say, that's good. Come on. He liked that shot. He maybe should think about making a little bit of a step to the left on that lane. He needs to adjust. He's coming in high.
4 pins. Cross lane going straight at it.
All right.
No problem. Andy Neuer still barely alive, but He's almost on oxygen right here.
Well, he has to have this strike right here. He's down by 38 pins. As I said earlier, he can strike out for 201 and actually force Bob Learn to mark in the 10th frame, but he has to have this one right here.
Perfect.
And there's Andy Neuer's wife, Angelina.
Andy heads for the 10th frame, and we don't pull the life support systems yet. He's still breathing.
He's still got a chance, and you know, if he can just muster up a couple of strikes here and force Bob Learn to mark in the 10th frame, there's all sorts of things that can happen.
First one in the 10th.
That's right. He knows it. He knows that's a good shot. Angelina likes that one. A little smile.
One more makes Bob Learn mark in the 10th frame.
And when it
right behind the bowler, sorry, Marcia.
And when it looked like Bob Learn had the match well in hand after 4 or 5 frames, it's once again coming down to the 10th frame.
Again, proving how quickly it turns around on the PBA Tour.
Doubles up.
Well, you've got to give him a pat on the back. A lot of credit. He's come back from big-time adversity in this game with opens in the 2nd and 5th frame.
And really only one bad shot, the one in the 5th frame. 7-10 was in the pocket. The 10 pin in the 7th frame was in the pocket. A strike here, he finishes with 5 in a row and 201. That's enough. Bob Learn is going to need some kind of spare or strike.
Spare if you count. Yes.
Bob Learn doesn't want to shoot any spares. He'd like to just get this shot in the pocket, get the strike, go on to the next match.
Hold on, hand. Hit.
That's enough.
There's the power of Bob Learn. Hits the pins light, spins them off.
And we got signs popping up all over the arena showing strikes.
Here's a look at the shot that closes the match out, makes Bob Learn the winner. It's going way wide, but threw it slow enough, came back, just annihilates the pins.
This one's practice right now.
Just trying to keep yourself loose. Well,
Bob Learn, one more. We'll finish with 219 and 9 strikes, I believe, if I count that right. Perfect. Oh, it leaves the start
Okay.
at 9, but doesn't matter. The work
That's good.
Brandon Whitney is safety.
200. Actually, a match between the bowlers from Pennsylvania. Breaking 16.
Stay tuned for the average score coming up.